Hi. In this presentation we start discussing how to type math in LaTex. What keys can we use? We can of course use all the text keys to type math. And we can use many of the forbidden 13. And in addition we can use the less than and greater than symbols for things like a less than b. To see how math is typed, let us open the sample file math.tech. Let's typeset it and let us look at the result. What is remarkable is that if you look at the typeset version, you see that LaTeX notes hundreds of rules about spacing in math, and you don't have to worry about any of it. Two initial observations. Math formulas are either in line, like UV, they appear in the line, or they are displayed, such as this limit. To indicate that you want to use an inline formula, you put the formula between $and $. This is one of those rare instances where the opening and closing symbol is the same. And for a displayed formula, you start with a backslash, open square bracket, and close it with backslash, close square bracket. Now we had a very nice rule for blank spaces in text. In math it is even simpler. Spaces really don't matter. Within math you can put one space, two spaces, three spaces, and all of them most of the time equal zero space. All the spacing in math is done by LaTeX. There are some obvious exceptions to this rule. Suppose there is an A after the infinity symbol. Obviously, it matters that there is a space between the name of the symbol and A, because if you delete the space, that will change the name of the symbol, so the note will not typeset. The same way, within the name of the symbol, you cannot add the space. This also changes the name of the symbol to \inf. This would in fact typeset, but give you a completely unexpected result. You have to understand this rule with the proviso that there is a command in math called text, \text, which is used in math formulas inline and displayed. And within the argument of text, you type text. So of course, in the argument of the text command, the spacing rules of text typing will apply. As you already know, math symbols are introduced into the typing of math with commands like \inft or \lim. \infinity, \lim. Note also that commands may or may not have arguments. \inft has no argument. \frac needs two arguments. Some commands need no argument. Some commands need one or more arguments. It is very important to note that subscripts are typed with underscore, and of course superscripts are typed with the caret. Unfortunately, when we type math we usually make lots of mistakes. Let me introduce you to some of the mistakes we most often make. Here is a nice math note. Let us typeset it. and we are going to introduce some mistakes. In the sample files you will find mathb.tech. This is a slightly modified version, more appropriate for a video presentation. The first mistake we introduce is deleting the $sign from the second line, the third $sign from the second line. Let's typeset it. And lo and behold, it says missing dollar inserted. And it suggests to put a dollar symbol before inft. Well, there's a math formula starting and ending just before inft, the interval uv, and then without introducing math mode we get the command inft. But such a command can appear only in math mode. There is no math mode starting before it, so LaTeX will tell you that it's going to introduce a $sign here. This is of course wrong, but LaTeX intentions were noble. But if you introduce a $sign where you really should, then everything is perfectly balanced and the note will typeset properly. To introduce a second error, let us introduce this closing brace. Let us typeset, and it says missing closing brace inserted. Of course, LaTeX doesn't know exactly where the closing brace should be, but we do, and we put it back where it belongs. Delete the third opening brace Next, delete this closing brace from the displayed formula. When we typeset, it says runaway argument. And also it says file ended while scanning use of frac. Frac is fraction. It has to have two arguments. The first opens here and it closes here. Then nothing more opens. So LaTeX knows that we do not have the two required arguments, and therefore it cannot typeset the formula. So let's put the closing brace back and everything is fine. Now let us make an error that beginners very often make. We delete the dollar signs before and after the A in the last line. Typeset it. Guess what mistake we get? Absolutely nothing. All that happens is that this A is not typeset the way it should be. It should look like this, and it looks like this. You have to have a sharp eye to see that this A is wrong. Look how the A is changing. LaTeX has no way of knowing that a mistake was made. It will be of no help to you in finding this mistake. Let us summarize what we have learned. We have inline formulas and displayed formulas. We have commands with 0, 1, 2 or more arguments. We have to be very careful to balance the dollars for the inline formulas. We have to be very careful to put in between dollar signs every single letter like lowercase a or capital L. We have also learned that the log file will often be helpful in pointing out where the error is. The error messages themselves may or may not be very useful. Read the error message, maybe it will help you. Anyway, it will direct you to the place where you have to look very carefully to find out what your error was. When you type LaTeX, typeset very often. Everybody makes lots of errors. The earlier you catch them, the better off you are.